Well, drink up, Sid. What are you having?
Eh?
What are you drinking? This one's on me.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. What are you having?
Are you all right?
Of course I'm all right. There's no need to make a debate about it. All I'm asking is, what are you going to have to drink? That's all.
It's your turn, I suppose.
Of course it's my turn.
It's been your turn for 16 years. You haven't done anything about it yet.
Well, all right, so I'm buying now. What are you having?
Now, let me get this dead straight. You are offering to buy me a drink.
Yeah,
Anything I care to name.
you name it.
Not restricted to cheap beer or cider or anything like that.
Whatever you want.
A short?
Certainly, if that's what you want.
A double?
Sure, you call it, I'll buy it.
I don't like it. There's something going on here. I'll buy my own. Don't bother.
Now, wait a minute, Sid. Look, I don't get it. All I'm offering is to buy you a drink. Now, there's no problem. Either you want one or not.
All right, I'll take a chance. I'll have a double. No. A treble. I don't fancy it. No, I don't. There's something going on here. Look, this is too good to be true. Don't bother about it. I'll buy the drink.
Now, come on, a treble what?
No, I'm not having it, mate. You've never bought me a drink before. You're not going to start now. I'm not sticking my neck out. I will buy the drinks.
All right, I'll have a double scotch.
That's better, mate. You're not going to get it. What do you think I am, a mug? Liz? Liz? The service is getting diabolical here, isn't it? Liz? Liz!
You do that just once more and you'll get a bottle of Beaujolais right across that misshapen head of yours.
Oh, that's charming, isn't it? Britain, 1960. You ask for a bit of service, you get walloped with the merchandise. 2 large scotches, please.
Show us your money before I pour them out.
Oh, Liz, now you're getting very suspicious. This is an ugly trend. It doesn't do you credit.
Show us your money.
I haven't got any.
Neither have I.
What do you mean, neither of you? What about all that guff there asking me to have a drink?
Well, you just offered to buy me one.
Well, that's not the same. I was going to put it on the slate.
So was I.
Buying, it's not the same as actually buying. Well, blimey, the way you were talking here just now, double, treble, name it.
Well, what's the difference? It's my debt I'm running up.
Yeah, but buying a drink on a slate hasn't got the same generosity value as buying one out of the pocket.
It tastes the same, though, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, that's not the point. I mean, it's cheap and lacking in sincerity somehow, that's all. No, it's a matter of principle, something you never grasp.
Well, there's something I grasp. You don't get any drinks unless you pay for them.
All right, then I'll have a packet of fags.
Show us your money.
Oh, blimey, Liz.
Oh, all right, don't go on. You can have the fag.
I should think so.
Well, what do you want? There's, long ones, small ones, long ones with tips, small ones with tips, fat ones, thin ones, black ones with gold tips, medicated ones, American ones, Turkish ones, strong ones, mild ones, blended ones, round ones, oval ones, cardboard packets, split-top packets, round tins, flat tins, ones with coupons, ones without coupons, in 5s, 10s, 15s or 20s.
Go here. How many different makes you got then?
Oh, there's hundreds of them. This new brand comes out every week.
Yeah. Have you got any with cigarette cards in?
Oh, really, Bill? That went out years ago.
Ah, what a shame. I used to like the cigarette cards. I've still got a complete set of the uniforms of the British Empire.
How fascinating.
Yeah, I used to think so. It's very instructive. Hey, I'll bet you couldn't tell me the full regimental colours of the Queen's Own Bombay Rifles.
No.
No, well, there you are.
All right, then what are they?
Khaki.
Oh, blimey.
Now, you see, if you'd have collected fare cards, you'd have known that. And then there's Birds of the British Isles. I know them all.
Yeah, most of them know you too, mate, especially the locusts. The lesser spangled stripper birds.
Look, I've got customers to serve. Here's your fags.
Marble Arch. Never heard of it. Hey, do all these new brands make money?
Well, of course they do. People are so worried about what cigarettes are doing to them, they just smoke more.
They must be making a fortune, you know that, or they wouldn't keep on bringing them out.
Well, I think it's disgusting. A new brand of fag out every week, ruining the health of the country.
You're dead right, mate. And I think the government ought to put a stop to it. But before they do,
Yeah?
I reckon we ought to get in on it.
Sid, are you sure we're going about this the right way?
Well, of course we are. Stop moaning and get licking.
Yeah, but people are going to notice these aren't the same as factory-made ones.
Well, of course they're not. That's the attraction. We're catering for the snob trade. Handmade snouts. Special individual blend made. None of this mass production rubbish. I can just see them at their posh parties. Oh, these my own blend, you know. I have them made by a little man in Soho. How you going?
Look, I can't seem to make them the right size. I've got fat ones and one's thin at one end and fat at the other end. Look.
Yeah, oh well. Hey, wait a minute. That could be a good selling point. You realise that? Choose your fag to suit your mouth. That's good. How big's your fag hole? If you've got a big one, buy our fat ones. How much tobacco we got left?
Well, it's nearly all gone.
All right, I'll nip round to the native surplus stores and buy some more tomorrow. Meantime, you keep on making them as thin as you can. Here, look at that. Do you realise they're getting the finest stuff in there? Finest navy shag, mate?
Yeah, 1913. It's as dry as Pharaoh's left ear roll. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
No, all right, mate. You stick some cabbage leaves in there. That'll damp it down.
Yeah, but look, it'll take 3 weeks' rain on this stuff. Look at it. It's like firewood. You light up one of these and it'll set your back teeth in flames. Look, half an ounce of 47-year-old dust.
If you don't want to stay in it, mate, I'll handle it my own.
Oh, Sid, I like the idea, but I don't think you're going about it the right way.
Who's the brains behind us?
Well, you are.
Well, shut up then and get on with it. 20 in a packet.
I can get 20 of these in a packet of 10.
Oh, all right. Shove a box of matches in with that. That'll stop them shifting about. Hey! That's a good gimmick. Do you realise that? Packet of fags with built-in matches. I'm wasted, you know that? I could be worth thousands to British industry. Here, come on, we better hurry up. We got a lot of crafty commercial travelling to do. We got to persuade a lot of half-witted shopkeepers that these are the finest snouts on the market. You got a match?
Right, Charlie? Give us a couple of salt beef sandwiches, some red cabbage, a pickled cucumber, a hunk of cheesecake and a cup of tea. Hello, Charlie Claw and Jack Cotton. There they are, buying up the town again. How much they bid for you, Charlie? Don't sell, son, don't sell. They're millionaires, these boys. Look at them.
Charlie, when you finish serving Robin Hood here, looks like I can have a business deal with you.
Business deal, eh? So what's he selling today?
Fags, Charlie, handmade snouts, mate. Top quality snouts, boy, at 8p for 20.
8p for 20? God, blimey, fags before the war were dodgy enough at that price, let alone now. What are they made of?
Tobacco, what do you think they're made of?
Eh? Oh, come on, Sid, that's not possible. It can't be done, mate. It can't be done.
You can, though. Finish your cheesecake and hop it. Now then, what shall I put you down for, Charlie?
I don't want any.
Charlie, 8p for 20, 4p for 10. In a slump, mate, this could be a very appealing price.
Slump, eh? So what gets it first in a slump? Clothes, food, the old woman, yes. But fags, booze and telly, never.
That is your last word.
That is my last word.
2 cups of tea.
And 20 Marble Arch.
You smoke nothing but these from now on, mate.
I think I'll give them up.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. May I join you two gentlemen?
No, go somewhere else.
Thank you. Cigarette?
Yes, thanks.
We'll smoke our own if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's it.
You put the filter in at both ends, you twit. No wonder I can't get on in life.
Now, look here, Sid, I want to have a little chat with you. I'm very interested in this little venture of yours.
I bet you are.
Basically, the idea is a very good one. 8p for 20. A new brand of fags at that price can't go wrong. It must sell. The trouble is you're going about it all the wrong way.
What do you mean?
Well, the whole thing's so tatty. I mean, look at this packet, tat. Look at these fags, tat. Look at this suitcase, tat. Look at you two. Well, you two aren't so bad, but you know what I'm getting at. I mean, you've got to make a show. You've got to convince the customers that they're buying the right sort of gear. You've got to put it in a jazzy packet to start with, properly printed.
I know, a hairy-looking sailor poking his head through a motor car tyre, I know.
Yeah, that's the idea. You've got to make a show. And you've got to make the snouts properly. You can't roll them yourselves. What happens if you do get a big order? Are you going to sit up all night licking fag papers? You've got to get a proper fag-making machine.
Thank you, that costs money. Come on.
Exactly, and that is where I come in. Now, I think this little scheme of yours has got possibilities, and I am prepared to invest a little capital.
You are?
Yeah. Now, Sid, I presume you can get this tobacco in unlimited quantities.
Yeah. It's ex-Navy surplus. We've got about 10 ton of it stored away.
Good. Well, now, here's my proposition. First of all, we buy a proper fag-making machine on the HP. After a year, they take it back, because we haven't kept up the payments, so it won't cost us very much. Then we get the packets properly printed.
Yeah, but that'll cost a bomb.
Yeah, well, it will and it won't. Now, it so happens that I've got a brother-in-law who's in the wholesale printing game, so I can get credit. Now, the first thing we do is form a company, £10 capital, then after 1 year's trading, the company shows a trading loss. Naturally, after it's paid us out. Then the company goes into liquidation, and my brother-in-law, who incidentally I hate the sight of, can whistle for his money.
Hey, Sid, that's a good idea. It's better than the one we had.
Yeah, I suppose so. I only wish it wasn't him, that's all.
Oh, Sid, you mustn't let personalities enter into this. This is a business deal. I can see no reason why you shouldn't carry on hating me. What do you say?
Yeah, all right, it's a deal.
Good boy. Right, well, let's get down to cases. First of all, we've got to call them something. You can't flog fags without a name.
How about London Lights?
Everybody lights a London.
No, it sounds like electric light bulbs. No, the secret is to make them sound so exclusive that we're doing them a favour by letting them smoke them. And another thing, they've got to sound healthy.
Doctors?
Oh, do me a favour. People think we put herbs in them or something.
You know what? I reckon we ought to get somebody to endorse them.
How do you mean, endorse them?
Well, find some celebrity who hasn't had a fag named after him yet and jump in. You know, a big actor, a personality, somebody with a bit of class, somebody from the old Vic.
Tommy Steele.
Oh, do me a favour. We're selling them to adults, not children. These are real cigarettes, not chocolate ones. No, we want somebody a bit older, somebody with bags of dignity, a film actor.
Wilfred Hyde White.
How can you call a fag a name like that? Give him 100 Wilfred Hyde Whites for Christmas. Apart from that, it's confusing. I mean, imagine a Cockney goes into a tobacco shop and asks for 10 whites. What do you think he's going to get?
And how about Richard Todd?
Todd. I like that. You're never on your Todd with a Todd.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'll leave you two boys to think it over. Meanwhile, I'll go and get the rest of the business sorted out. Cheerio, partners.
I wish he wouldn't call us that. We still got friends.
Well, who do we get and when do we start?
Well, we can't sit around here wait for the mountain to go to Mohammed. Mohammed will have to go to the mountain.
Yeah, maybe, but I still think we ought to try the British film stars first.
Oh, get out. Come on.
Well, where are we going?
We're going out to film studios, mate.
Who for?
I don't know anybody. The first bloke that comes out, I'm going to jump on him. Now, you go and get the offices ready. Usual place, usual dodge.
She'll be sweet.
Let's go. You done it? Good boy. Now, I've got a bloke sorted out. He'll be here in 5 minutes. How much time have we got?
Well, he's a slow eater. I think we've got an hour and a half.
Good boy. It's very nice, isn't it? He's had it done up since we last used it. Much better. You know, this bloke I got coming is a big film star, big name. And we've got to be very careful. If he finds out I'm not Sir Lawrence Oliver's fag agent, he'll be off like a shot. That's him. Get ready to let him in.
Mr. Cecil Parker to see you.
Ah, Mr. Parker, how nice.
Mr. Sidney James, Advertising Agency Limited.
That's right, yes.
Yes, I think this belongs to you. I found it on the floor outside.
Oh, thank you, yes. Well, no promises. We haven't had time to put a permanent sign out yet. Mr. Kerr, would you mind sticking that up again? And that?
And this.
Certainly.
Thank you.
How good of you, Mr. Parker. Why don't you sit down?
Yes, very nice offices you have.
Yeah, they're all right. We just moved in. Cigarette?
Cigars.
Are they? Oh. Have some. Mr. Kerr, drinks, please. Right, well, I'll come straight to the point, Cess. I haven't got a lot of time, an hour and 25 minutes to be exact. Now then, how would you like to have a fag named after you?
I beg your pardon.
A snout, an oily rag, a throat tearer.
Oh, you mean a cigarette?
That's it, yeah.
You mean you want me to lend my name to a commercial product?
I want you to lend it, mate. We want to buy it.
Well, you realize, of course, that a man in my position has to be very careful of what he lends his name to.
Of course you have. I mean, if it was for a fruit lolly or football boots, we would never have asked you. But a cigarette, as you call it, is these days a socially accepted piece of paraphernalia.
Yes, quite.
I mean, advertising a good quality fag carries a lot of prestige with it, you know. And I'm sure you're well aware of the fact that you would not be alone. There are one or two knights on the British stage who have already done it. And look where it's got them. What were they before the fags come out? Nothing. Today, television, stage, film, household names. There's no doubt about it. You get your name on the right fag, you're made.
Well, I'm not quite convinced. I don't quite like the idea of advertising myself like that.
Well, be old-fashioned if you like, but I must warn you that you're not the only one after this, you know. I've heard a whisper that Sir Rafe Richardson is looking for a nice little filter tip. I'm also prepared to do something else for you that no other firm has done, and that is...
What is that?
Put your photo on the front of the packet.
Oh, really?
Oh, that pose. That's marvellous. Now, if only I had a camera here.
Oh, this one?
That one. It's absolutely marvellous. That's even... But look, isn't that marvellous? Look at that. If you only had a fag in your mouth, that'd be just it. I guarantee you I could have your face in pockets and handbags all over the country.
Well, of course, my best side, in actual fact, is this one.
That's even better. That's even better. What dignity, what poise, what strength of character. Cess, may I be permitted to pass a remark?
Oh, please do, City.
It's Roman, dead Roman. Now, I've seen those statues they dug up, and if you are not descended from Mark Antony and Cicero and all that mob, I'll just turn it in. Come here, Mr. Kerr. Would you mind?
Yes.
Look at that. Now, who does that remind you of?
Well, I'd say it's Greek. Definitely Greek. Alexander the Great.
Oh, no, it's Roman. Look, I mean, the classical features.
Yeah, maybe, but I still say there's a touch of the Greek god there.
Yes. But look at the nose and the forehead. This is pure Roman aristocracy, noble and proud.
Perhaps I'm more of a Greco-Roman.
That's it. He's got it. Greco-Roman, that's it. It combines the best of both, you know. I mean, the meeting of the two empires. Oh, dear. With that face and the quality of our fag, I don't see how we can go wrong. Pass round a Parker.
I like that. Pass round Parker. Well, how about Puffer Parker?
Puffer Parker. What a slogan. If we can't sell our fags with that slogan at 8p for 20, we'll never sell them.
How much?
8p for 20.
Good afternoon. It's been most interesting. It's all right. I can find my own way out.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Mr. Parker. I thought you were interested.
My dear sir, I couldn't possibly advertise a cigarette selling for 8p for 20. But I couldn't possibly put my name to anything under, for less than, 4 and 2p for 20.
4 and 2p, all right. I don't mind.
Listen, 4 and 2p, we'll never sell them for 4 and 2p.
Of course we will. With a face like that and a star like that wouldn't advertise rubbish.
I should like to see one of these cigarettes.
Yes, have another drink first.
No, thank you. No, I just want to see one of the cigarettes.
Yes. Well, of course, you must remember these are only prototypes. It's not the exact model we're going to put on the market. Now, I'll just explain to you. Now, round the end there, we're going to have your name, Parker's Navy Cut. And then in big letters along the side there, again, don't worry about the bit sticking out the end. That'll be all right. It's just a matter of getting the right cutter. You know what it is. Now, in addition to this, we have an added attraction. We are putting coupons in them. You know, 5,000 Parker vouchers, and you get a set of plastic bed sheets. Go on, try
You can't possibly put these on the market. They're dangerous.
Yeah, well, have another drink. It'll calm you down. Don't want to worry about these. I mean, they're only prototypes. You know, they'll all be fixed up. Now then, about your fee, I was thinking in the region of, 20,000?
Pounds.
Vouchers.
I've no wish to sleep between plastic bedsheets.
Why not? They're fireproof. You can smoke a whole packet of these a bit without any risk.
I insist upon a proper fee.
Now, look, Cess, boy, it's not the money. It's the publicity. Look at all the work it's going to bring you.
I don't need any more work.
Yeah. Well, all right, then. 20% of everything we make. Could be a fortune, could be nothing. It's up to you. Eh? Oh, yes. Oh, it's getting very late, isn't it? Yes, well, I think we ought to go. Finish up your drink. That's it, that way.
I haven't finished the drink yet.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. We'll get one down at the boozer. Now, we're going to start a gigantic publicity campaign, and you've got nothing to worry about. I guarantee you, by the end of next week, your name will be the most famous name in the country, Seth. Come on, boy. Let's get out of it. On you go. Now, you can take it from me. I haven't been in the advertising game for a couple of weeks, you know. 40 or 50 years.
Good afternoon.
Parker's cigarettes.
Don't be nosy, have a Parker.
When it's Parky, have a Parker.
Case of Her Majesty's Customs and Excise versus Parker's Cigarettes.
Put up the defendants.
This is most distressing for me. I don't care for this turn of events at all. See, in my films, I'm usually up there with a wig on.
Moan. That's all he's done the whole fortnight we've been in the nick.
Well, I think I have every right to moan. You lured me into this under false pretenses. I took it for granted that you had a customs and excise license to sell cigarettes.
Oh, you don't want to take nothing for granted with him, mate.
Oh, you shut up. Now, look, Cess, you were happy enough to have those fags while we were inside, mate. The snout better than Wandsworth he was. If we'd been there for another month, we'd have made a fortune. Now, look, don't worry about a thing, mate. We know the ropes. Stick with us. Throw yourself on the mercy of the court, plead guilty, and don't try to be clever.
Oh, dear, this is most invidious.
Wait a minute. Is that an old school tie?
Yes, more's the pity.
Wave it at the judge.
Huh?
Wave it at the judge. It might do some good. Go on.
This case seems quite straightforward. You have all admitted to selling cigarettes without a customs and excise license. Now, this is a very serious matter. Well, there appears to be certain mitigating circumstances that we shall have to take into consideration. It appears that...
Oh, marvellous. We got up light thanks to Cess. What I tell you, mate, the old school tie works wonders, doesn't it? If it hadn't been for you, we'd have been inside for 6 months at least. That's the thing. If ever we have any kids, they're going straight to his school.
Oh, never mind about that. How'd you get on in court? Bill?
Fine, 50 quid.
Albert?
Same.
Sid?
100 nicker.
Oh, Sid, £100.
Well, I could have got away with 50, only I offered the judge a boot up the wig.
And Zim?
Oh, he's all right.
I am not all right. It's quite ludicrous to put a man of my age on probation. I'm going straight home. Oh, the shame I brought on that historic place.
Oh, don't go on about it. You don't have to worry about the neighbours. You can always move, providing you tell the cops first. Now then, we've got 14 days to pay the fine. We better get moving. Bill, get the gear. Now then, a couple of weeks ago, I was lucky enough to buy some goods at the Army Surplus Auctions, and here we have a sample. 14,000 tins of ex-Army surplus.
Ex-Army surplus what?
I don't know. There's no labels on it.
Well?
Well? Says?
Well, I must be leaving. It's been most...
No, you can't go, mate. We need you.
But I refuse. This is ridiculous. I won't do it.
You've got no choice, mate. You're under contract. Now then, we'll put this on the market and we'll call it, Parker's Surprise Packet. Halfpenny worth of sheer mystery.
Oh, I refuse. I demand you to open one of those tins. It could contain anything. I will not have my name associated with a 9 penny worth of creosote and cat's meat or...
Says. Who's the brains? Now then. Well, we want some publicity. Nip down to the Nosh Bar, tell Charlie that Monday night is Parker's Surprise Packet night. Parker's Surprise and chips, 1 and 2 a throw.
I'll tell you what, I'll go down to my brother-in-law, get 14,000 labels printed with his face on them.
Lovely. And round the face we put some lettering. The Greco-Romans used it. Parker's Surprise Packet, why don't you? Then we get some pictures on the telly and we're away.
Would you mind taking this to the cleaners? I think I shall have need of it.
Here we go, mate. We'll have your picture in the middle with a nice laurel wreath.